Spring Fair brings the best of retail together. It's been the UK's leading retail trade event for 75 years and brings together home, gift and fashion buyers and suppliers of all sizes from across the industry. Spring Fair is a vibrant, bustling marketplace. We're here to see how Quadrant 2 design creates space that make an impact.
Advance Apparel is a leader in licensed merchandise and souvenir apparel. We manufacture our own garments in our own facility abroad. We choose to exhibit at Spring Fair because it's the biggest show in the country. We had great compliments and reactions to our stand as well, because we kept the same style but just made some tweaks. So this year we decided to opt for more hanging rails that you can see can display more product. High level branding, you have the rotating thing which everyone, that's really interesting. Not many stands have that rotating A logo that we have, and it's just showcasing all of our garments on one back wall. It just gives you a nice look. I think lighting is very crucial because it affects the first impression of the product. So how the embroidery looks with lighting and without lighting, maybe it could look two different things. So that's lighting has been key for us stand. We used Quadrant last year, more than happy with what we received. So it's only right we continue to use you this year as well. I think this year's stand definitely beats last year's stand. We continued to use some features from last year's stand, and then we just added some more features, more high-level branding on more panels. We can tweak some things, change some things around, and it continues to work for us. It's been a seamless experience. Last year I dealt with a different account manager. This year was a different account manager, but the service has been the same. Great communication, great response, great advice. So it's made my job a lot easier to sort out other things, and I just left it in your guys' hands. The team can come on a build day, relax, don't have to worry about anything because Quadrant's going to deliver. So it was a no-brainer really.
Depesche, German company, based in Germany, and we have sort of a vast range of brands. This has worked for us, how we displayed it, and it's proven that within the response we've got from the customers, even as the other suppliers have gone, we love your stand. It's bright, it's fresh, and it's just easier to navigate round the stand. Sometimes you're just too compact and there's too much of a block, where this is nice, and it's segmented by our brands. That's the key thing. If someone's just got a type of a boutique shop that likes our Beauty and Me brand, Dino World, or if it's little sort of younger age, Princess Mimi or our LV ranges, or then they're on the core with our top model, then they can highlight that in our sections the way we've all done it.
I can see these custom cut apertures.
Yes.
So with a little horseshoe.
Horseshoe, relevant to Miss Melody, which is the equestrian horse line products. But it just highlights that product. I mean, I've had a good look around the show, and a lot of people just do a simple shelving or sort of like lower pedestals of display, which works, but this highlights it more. And I think it's just, again, less is more, and it draws the eye, and buyers notice that, and they have done for this, and I think that really has worked, and that's why we've got noticed even with other suppliers. They're coming to look and say, I like the design of the stand. Because obviously it's the buyers that are coming to see us now. And they'll say, oh, we haven't seen that. And the way it's set out, be it like in a shop form and display, that gives them the sort of vision of what it can look like in their store.
So this is our third day at Spring Fair, and it's been a pleasure to actually launch our fragrances, which we decided to actually launch it at the NEC. So I think the presentation is key when you're representing your brand, and that goes with how you actually exhibit with the stand, the design, and to be honest, the credit for our perfumes to look good actually goes to the design of the stand as well. So the people have given quite exceptional feedback about the stand because because last year was our first exhibition where we didn't invest much on the stand, but this year they actually are they've given quite a positive feedback. The way we have presented the brands, the way we have presented the logos here, the way we have presented ourselves. So it's quite promising because the retailers also tend to get the confidence that we are trying to sell a brand which will actually grow for them and grow for us as well. There have been 3 distinct feedbacks from the people. One is the quality of the graphics in terms of the intensity of the graphic looks, the way we have presented all our brands in a very collective way, and the way we have actually presented ourselves, where people are actually to see our stand way far from. Someone even mentioned that as soon as he actually entered from the show, he could actually see how we are representing over here. So all of this has really been quite exceptional in terms of designing and all. So as you can see, we have stands which are like multi-shelf, and then we have stands which are like with a single shelf and all. Your product obviously looks much better if there's a right illumination. And to be honest, having illumination from both the sides has actually reflected quite well to our products. Because we are representing brands which are French Arabic, you can see, or French Oriental. So for that reason, I think the cutout shapes, the color combination, especially the black and the gold combination. So as far as the shape of the stand is concerned, or individual branding, we have never seen this before. Everywhere we have seen is actually a square shape. We were not very sure whether this will actually go well, to be honest, in the beginning, because people tend to then see this in a kind of a typical framework. Oh, are these just Arabic perfumes? But then once they actually saw how the combination is gone, it is a representation of not just the Arabic, but it's also a representation of French Arabic perfumes and Oriental perfumes. If you look at the stands around, they look very standard in terms of the way they have actually presented their products. All the shelves are like square shelves and all. And we wanted to actually, not just the perfume, but the background of the design also gives a bit of a reflection. So the brand actually should carry with the way we are showing the stand. Because last year we didn't invest on the stand. It was our first exhibition. There were some visitors who came and who asked us, oh, were you there last year? And I said, yeah, we were. But probably you didn't notice us because we didn't have a good stand. And now after looking at our stand, they said, oh, we missed you last year, and they have been our customers now. First of all, I'm very pleased for the recommendation I'd received for your company. The moment I sent an email to your salesperson, Tracy, she responded within a day. She said, okay, yeah, we are ready to work with you. And so yeah, all along from that journey, from contact, response from Tracy, the way we work with the designer, Jordan, and the communication from the project manager, Paulina, has been exceptional. All throughout we were kept updated if there were any changes, amendments.
So Club Green, we've been going for over 40 years. We're a family-run business, and our main focus is in celebration, craft, and cake and bake. We've had some amazing feedback on the products, on the ranges, the stand. People have been very, very impressed with our presence here and the statement that we've made at the show. I think the stand showcases us in a good way, and people come here and they're intrigued, they like the products, so it's a good marketing investment for us. The way that you display your products at a show like this is so important. It's got to be eye-catching. It's a big investment when you create a stand like this. So it's important that the way that you display your products, they have the right impact. And I think we've done a good job, working with Quadrant, who built our stands. If you look at the other stands that are in this show, this is quite a unique, structure, unique, design. As you can see, the lights that are shining on the various ranges really bring it to life. So, having the right lighting, the right products on show is very important. Costs play a big part in whenever you're making this kind of investment. It's still very important to get it right. So being able to reuse a stand is great, but we still have to, put fresh product on display, new graphics, and it's good to have a modular system like you have that enables us to do that very easily. It's been, really excellent all the way through. Working with your team, we've identified potential issues, and we've addressed them. We've always found a solution to a problem. So, You know, it's been a great team to work with. We worked with you last year, and I'm sure there'll be many more projects ahead. We have one coming up in Nuremberg next year. So we were in Nuremberg this year, which was a great exhibition, and we would love to take this stand to Nuremberg. It's been a great show. You know, working with Quadrant, you know, it's been a good, you know, team collaborative effort, and you know, we thank, you know, the Quadrant team as well, because, you know, this is as much you as it is us, and I'm sure, like I said, there'll be many more projects that we can explore together. Thank you.
It's been very good. The first 2 days particularly were extremely busy. Today a little bit quieter, but the stand works well and the show's been quite positive. The branding on the stand is very strong and we've been very pleased with that. I think the most important thing is having a variety, which we do, and nice displays, which we have. Thanks to you. I think what the shelving units do is create a little brand within each unit, and I think that's what we aimed for. So you've got the overall brand of the stand, but within each unit there is a different part of our range. If the lighting is too dull or too in your eyes, then it really is off-putting for the customers. And I think the lighting here is very good. Branding and the lighting, it both works very well. And you can't go past this stand and not realise it's us. I think having a professional stand build like this does make you look more professional as a company. When we previously used to show before we got stands off you, it used to just be slat wall and whatever lights were provided by the NEC. And although it was okay for displaying product, it didn't really sell your brand, it didn't really show you off as a company. And I think this does make you look a lot more professional when you're here. I'm not saying you're cheap at all, but you're certainly not expensive for what you do. And I think value for money, I think it works very, very well. It's not a cheap process showing at any show, and if I just had the old slat wall and stuff, I would save some money, but then I would badly impact the look of the stand. We have noticed since we started using this type of stand, is it 3 or 4 years ago now, that there is we're much more recognisable as a brand because of it. I think it has helped tremendously. When you first contacted us, you showed us the idea of the photo floor and we quite liked it. And we're glad we did it. It's it does bring the whole stand together. Most times we come to the NEC, they end up giving us a different size stand, which is annoying. But it's been flexible enough, so you've always been able to add a bit or move it about a bit or change the orientation, whatever we've needed. It gave us options to use the stand here and also to be flexible to use it at other shows as well. It's been very good, always very efficient. The stand build's very efficient, and the stand looks great, which is the most important thing, you know, so never had any complaints.
Exhibitors here at the Spring Fair are jostling for position, trying to attract buyers and decision makers, making sure their offer, brand and products are memorable. The best tool to achieve this is a high-impact exhibition stand that beautifully and effectively frames a product and communicates a brand. It's been great to see Quadrant 2 Design stands in action and helping exhibitors meet their brief and get results. Goodbye from Spring Fair 2025.